Hey guys, welcome back to the channel at Jimmy's Promo, and today we will be unboxing, setting up, and taking a look at the first earnings of the MatchX M2 Pro. Now, in today's video, we'll unbox it, set it up, let it run for about 5 days. I'm going to finish out this video, get this thing uploaded, which is the video that you're watching right now. So this way you can see exactly how you can set it up and how it performs right away. Then I'll come back with a video of a 2-week later for the 2-week earning, and then a 30-day earning. So this way you can see exactly how it's doing, and also a lot of the things that I learned during the time of usage. Now, if you are interested in the MatchX M2 Pro, I will have a link below the video inside the description, and if you use the promo code Jimmy, you will get free next day shipping, which is a pretty massive deal because Fastminers.io is the official distributor for MatchX, and if you went to MatchX.com, their shipping would take about 2 weeks, but through Fastminers.io, there is the free next day shipping with promo code Jimmy. So inside the box, you will see 2 different manuals, which we'll take a look at here in just a second. You'll also have your mounting screws along with a mounting cap if this is something that you would be needing for any type of installation. You'll also have your power. So this is a PoE power. Basically what you'll do is you will plug this into the wall with this power adapter. Then what you're going to do is inside of here, there should be some cables, some Ethernet cables that you plug in your PoE, which is a longer cable going inside of the M2 Pro. And then this one will go into your LAN or your modem that you have in your house. Then you're also going to have 3 different antennas. And with all of these antennas, they are all marked. And so you have G and you also have L. And so basically you would put these antennas with the corresponding locations on the top right up over here. So you put the G in the G spot. Then you also have your L and L. So the first thing that you would want to do when you open this one up is to take off these 2 screws on the bottom, and then you're going to push this out. So we will be doing that here in just 1 second. This little small box right here, I believe, are small little accessories that you can mount and basically make all of your cables look pretty in your house or wherever you are locating it. And then underneath is going to be those 2 Ethernet cables, one that is short and then one that is long. So we have everything in front of us that we need. Now inside of this package, this is where you really want to start. So after everything is out, you want to take a look at these 2 pamphlets. This one is the first one that you would want to take a look at because this is where you want to scan this QR code to download the MXC DataDash App. So all you have to do is take your smartphone, whichever smartphone you have, you'll be able to go inside of the QR code scanner. And then once you get it all scanned in, you're going to be taking a look basically either at the browser or if it takes you directly over into the Play Store or App Store. So this is where you want to download the DataDash app. So some of the different coins you're able to mine or some of the projects you're able to mine is going to be the IPFS, MXC, and DHX. So after doing a little bit of research, the one that I'll be focusing on most of the time here will be MXC until there's more coins that'll be added in. My hope is very soon you'd also be able to earn Bitcoin off of this as well. So not only would you be able to earn MXC, but you'll also be able to earn Bitcoin. So we're going to open this up and create an account. So this is where you'd want to go through and you would like to sign up to create your super node. So on the screen, you want to tap on that little plus button and you want to choose where you are located. So we will be doing North America, which will be putting us into the Huobi pool. And then this is where you sign in or create an account with your email. Now, once you go through the setup process, you'll receive an email. There's a verification code. You put it inside of here, basically a copy and paste. Then that's where you're able to put in your password and then your username, organizational name. So here is where you'd be able to add in your miner. So the very next step here, now that we have the application downloaded, we created the account. Now you just have to open up the MatchX M2 Pro inside of here. Then you're able to scan the other QR code on the inside. So underneath this cover, you'll find your QR code that you will be scanning next. You also have a indicator light. And then here's the important Ethernet port that you'll be able to plug into, especially with the PoE that would be giving it its power. So on the very next screen here, you can see that we have 1 miner that is owned. So the very next step that we'll do is we will now attach all of the antennas. Again, the L will go with the L's, and then the G will go with the G. Now that you have your cables all situated, you want to go for the longer cable first. You want to plug it into the bottom of the MatchX. Then you're going to head over into the other side of this longer cable, grab your PoE adapter. This one will go inside of the PoE. So this is basically giving it its power as well as its Ethernet. Then you're going to take the shorter cable. This one will go inside of your LAN port plug on the right-hand side. Now this small one is the one that plugs into either your D-Link switcher or Ethernet switcher, your modem, whatever you may have at your house. For me, I have the D-Link switcher just because I have multiple miners at home. And then over here on the opposite side, you'll take your power cable, you'll plug it in, and then you just plug this one over into the wall. Again, this will be giving, with this cable right here, will be giving your MatchX that power as well as Ethernet. So at this point, you would normally put your bottom cover on, and so for me, I'm gonna actually leave it off. I'm gonna keep it inside first, but if you do wanna take a look at everything inside of this other pamphlet, it'll talk a little bit about, all the elements, rain, snow, the heat, things like that. Everything that comes inside of the box, here are some of the optional things. And then this is just talking about all of the connections that we are doing, which we just got done showing. And then here's that LED indicator. So this is why I'm keeping this one off, just so I can watch it going between the blinking of yellow and green, the steady green, things like that, just to make sure that we know for a fact that it is connected. So after about 2 minutes, I am getting that green, yellow blinking light, and now it is a solid green, letting me know that everything is connected and everything is a-okay. Now taking a look at the mount on the back, I may actually place it on the wall right over here. So here is the setup. Now this is not pretty. I have to rearrange some of these cables and also this 3D printer, but right over here is going to be the PoE plugged into my power strip. It's moving right on up and plugged right into my D-Link switcher. As you can see, I have quite a few miners plugged in, and that's the reason why for this switcher is just because there's so many things plugged in at this house. Basically just running behind the curio cabinet, and it is docked up right over there. And here you can see that it is mounted on the wall. I also put the cover on the bottom just in case if I want to take this outside. So now it's been a few minutes since I've had the M2 Pro attached to the wall and installed. Everything is turned on. Now originally the health score was sitting at 80%. It is now at 81%. Over here you can see that the miner owned is only 1. The total mining revenue and total fueled amount is right here, 6.4 MXC, and this has only just been a few minutes of it being installed and sitting on the wall. And then scrolling down just a little bit more, you can see the list of miners that you have online. So you can see that this one is online. There's the name of the gateway, 81%. You can see it's last seen, and then the revenue is 6.4 MXC. So I'm really glad to see that the uptime has now been moved from 0 to 5%. I'm also glad to see that it moved from 80 to 81% for the health score, as well as a total mining revenue is now already showing for this moment in this video now of 6.4. And so it's really cool to see that. Now, all I'm going to do here is let this thing run for about 5 days, come on back, start shooting again. Then you're going to be seeing that here in just a second, just to see how everything has already progressed after 5 days. So it's been a little over 5 days since I started mining with the MatchX M2 Pro. So here is the results, here is the earnings, but I'm also going to dive a little bit deeper and get more specific when it comes down to the health score, the fuel tank, how you can refuel the fuel tank, and what happens if you were to withdraw or stake anything that you have mined. So really, I've done everything that you can think of in this short amount of time, except for refueling, and we'll actually be doing that today in this video so you can see how it's done firsthand. So let's first go to the very simplistic thing, one of the easier things to talk about, and that is how much you have earned after mining with this thing for a little over 5 days. So taking a look at the miner page, you can see that we have mined 2,161 MXC. Now, right below that is going to be your fuel amount. Now, what happens is if you were to withdraw anything that you have mined, it'll actually take your fuel down. Now, if you were to do the math between these two numbers here, so this is the total mined amount, 2,165, and if you were to minus that 1315 away from it, you'd be able to notice that there was about 850 MXC missing, between that little area, and that's because I did withdraw 850 and I staked that 850. Now, anytime that you were to take anything out, it will take down your health score and it'll take down your fuel. But just like a vehicle, you are able to add fuel to this machine. So this way you can get it all the way up to 100%. And the health score is one of those things where it always needs to be online. And so all that will happen is as long as this thing is still connected, it's online, this one will go all the way back up to 100% as well. And if you just started, then you might start at about 80%. And it'll be at 100% within a full week. So it might take about 7 days for the health score to go all the way up to the 100%. So now that we kind of talked a little bit about that, now let's really break down how much we have earned each and every day. Now you'll also notice that the amount of MXC has also decreased, or it could have increased. So on the first day, I almost ran this for the full 24 hours. I think I was only shy by about an hour or two, but I mined 457 MXC. This one here and all the rest right over here was for the full 24 hours. So on Tuesday, I mined 514. On Wednesday, I mined 460. Thursday, I mined 319. Friday, mined 260, and then this is today. And the pools, basically any pool that you're a part of, F2 pool, pool in, or this one as well, everything is done on the China time, whatever is located in China for their time. I think it's like either 7 or 8 a.m. over there, which for us here in the United States, for me, I am Central Standard Time. So Central Standard Time, 7 p.m., everything flips to the very next day and restarts. Just as a little heads up. So if you notice that it kind of moved over, like today barely just started for me. I just woke up, but you can see that it's been mining for a few hours already. And so we've mined 153 for today. So why was these numbers going down for these days? Now, the reason why is because the MatchX M2 Pro on average earns you about $10 to $14 a day. Now, if MXC was to go down in price, you will earn more MXC, so this way you can still earn that $10 to $14. Now, when MatchX goes up, or when the MXC price goes up, like it has for the last couple days, that means you'll earn less because you're still needing to earn right around $10 to $14. So really what's going to happen is anytime that MXC goes up, you'll earn less, but it's still the same amount of dollars. When MXC goes down, you're going to earn more MXC. Again, the same amount of dollars. And basically after a long period of time of these waves going up and down, anytime that MXC goes back up to 5 cents or even all-time highs above that, then those are going to be the days that you might want to take a look to withdraw. Now, again, it's best to always hold on to this for as long as you can, because again, when you do withdraw, it'll take your health and also your fuel tank down. And if you don't have MXC sitting somewhere else, then you're going to not mine at the optimum price. So you are in charge of its own having. A lot of projects out there, Bitcoin and Helium and everybody else, they either have every 2 years or 4 years. You basically decide when you want this to have based on your health score. So here is the health score. Let's take a look at it. You can see here on Monday that it ran for 22.5 hours. This one ran for 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours. And here we've only been running, let's see, for 14.3. So basically my time, Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Then this one's going to say 24 hours. And then I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 6 full days of running. And then we'll be going on the 7th. And then that score should be going up. So we should be sitting somewhere closer to 100%. So I think that we really covered a lot of everything that I wanted to cover here. So it shows basically how much runtime we have been running. It's going to show the revenue and how much we've earned. So again, 2,166. Now, if we wanted to do any type of a math, so 2166. So let's just take 2166, and if we are sitting at 4 cents, we have already earned $86, and it's ran for 5 days. So that is $17 daily. Now that's actually pretty good when you take a look at it. Now I also want to do this as well. So let's say that this one was up at 5 cents, which it actually hit 5 cents a little bit yesterday, which is why we earned not as much. So let's say that this was at 5 cents as of right now, and again for 5 days, then we would have earned $21 every single day because not long ago, this thing was sitting down at 2 cents. So when it was down at 2 cents, sitting right there, then let's say that MatchX goes down to, or MXC goes down to 2 cents right now. That means that the amount I've earned is going to be $43, and then you divide that by 5. So that means I've earned about $8.6 every single day when MXC goes back down. So again, it's all dependent again on how high MXC is, and you really want to, if you need to withdraw any of it, make sure it's right around 5 cents or higher. As of right now, shooting this video because those are some good numbers. Now in the future, maybe MXC goes up to 10 cents, 8 cents, whatever it may be, then you want to look at those numbers there. Again, I would hold on to as much as you can. Don't withdraw anything for as long as you can and really see where it's able to go. Now, I know that MatchX probably doesn't want me to do this, but I have to do a little comparison versus Helium, because when it comes down to Helium, that one is proof of coverage. Really, it's very important on where your location is, what type of antennas it is, how high you are, how many, hotspots are next to you. And so when it comes down to MatchX, it's very simple. It's proof of participation. So just for participating, just for having it online, that is how you earn. So you don't have to be in any special location. You don't need any special antennas or putting this thing up high. This one is actually just at a window closer to my lower level, and it's performing this well. So again, comparing it to Helium, let's just say that Helium was at $18, which is pretty close to right now. And maybe you are earning 0.3 Helium a day. So that means you're only earning $5. Now, if you're in a better position, you might be earning $9 a day. And for some of those that are super high up, very, very busy, you could be earning $14 a day. And again, dependent on where you are located. Now, I do want to give another number because $25 is also a good number for Helium as well. So again, let's say that you were earning 0.3, then you're going to be up at 7.5. So again, this MXC miner, without it being in anywhere special, is still outperforming anybody. Even if Helium was at 25 bucks getting 0.3, it's still outperforming that miner that's sitting in that busy location. And actually, it's even outperforming this number, and that's getting half of a Helium, every single day, stuff like that. And now for anybody who's very lucky, getting 0.8, then you're actually kind of getting up to where I was earning lately, because MXC was down at 2 cents. I was mining a bunch those days, and it kind of almost was averaging out up to there. Like I said, was getting about $18 a day. So if you're not having the best of luck with Helium where you are located, then you might want to take a look over at the M2 Pro. So to bring everything back over into the M2 Pro, again, $21.66 is how much we have earned basically through 5 days. So 433, possibly on average. And then it is trading right around 4 cents. So again, $17 every single day as of right now, the recording of this video. And I think that that's actually really good, especially when you take a look at it, that it's not taking much energy at all. It is super silent, does not make any noise. And even if you wanted to compare that with any bigger mining rigs out there, around that $17. So let's say that we go down here. So now you're looking at some of these miners in this area here. And some of these miners are going to be 2 to 3 times more expensive. And also they will be taking way more energy to have them being run in your garage or wherever you may have it. I mean, the Avalon Miner 1166 Pro, this thing is earning a little bit less than my little MatchX M2 Pro sitting over there. And this thing is 3,400 watts. It's going to cost you right around almost $10 a day just to run this thing. And so when you take a look at it, the MatchX M2 Pro, it's really a no-brainer if you wanted to start mining, things like that. So now we're going to go back inside of this application, and I'm going to show you how you're able to refuel this back up, because I've never refueled it back up, but I do want to show it in today's video. Here's the MXC really quick. You can see it's right above 4 cents. And you can see that it went all the way up to 5 cents not that long ago. Its all-time high, I believe, was this right here, a little over 5.5 pennies. So anytime that it's coming down here at this range between 2 and 3 cents or 2.5, that's going to be a good time to buy more. So this way you can always refuel at a cheaper cost. Same thing, anytime gas goes down to $2, you're gonna wanna get as much as you can. When it goes up to $3, you're basically just wasting your money versus the 2. So here we are, this is the application one more time. We're gonna go and we are going to refuel it back up. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit on this add or send button, and I want to add fuel. So I have one miner, and if you had multiple miners, you'd be able to basically move this little line with whichever one you are, playing with, working with. So you can add some there, you can add some here, but because I have one, you can basically bring this all the way up. Or what you can do is you can just actually hit, add all. So as I said before, I took out 850 to be staked, and you can see that I need 850.21 MXC in order for it to be fully full. Now I have 850 sitting in my wallet that you've seen from before. There was 947 that I transferred from. You can either do it through, KuCoin, you can do it through Hotbit, you can also do it through Uniswap, things like that. So I believe mine that I was going between KuCoin and Hotbit. I think I might have done it through Hotbit, and I moved it over. And now basically I'm just going to send this amount over into my fuel. And if you remember, my fuel percentage number was not up all the way. So let's just take a look over at my fuel health. So here's the fuel tank. It's sitting at 60.8%. We're going to again go to that add fuel. I'm going to go to add all. And then I'm just going to go to next, proceed. Congratulations, your miner has been fueled up. Again, this is the first time I've ever done it, so I've never seen this just yet. So let's take a look at this screen. And now when you take a look at this, my fuel tank is all the way back up to 100%. It brought my health score up quite a bit. Now I'm at 97%. And again, once you have this thing running for the full 7 days, then the health score is going to go all the way up. So yeah, my runtime, basically, you can see that it's been running 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours. So I believe maybe after this full day, maybe it'll go to 100%. If not, then I have to have one more day because there is still one over here that is empty. So yeah, so that actually feels really good that we were able to get the health score back up, and also too, the fuel tank is topped off at 100% because you can see here 2168, 2168. So if you guys are interested in the MatchX M2 Pro, you guys liked what you saw right here. I know that it could be a little, quite a bit, or it could be a little confusing when it comes down to the fuel and the MXC, but hopefully this kind of made sense. Anytime you withdraw, you have to refuel it back up just to get that optimum mining performance up over there. But if you guys are interested in this one, I will have a link below the video inside the description. And also if you use the code Jimmy, then you'll be able to get free next day shipping, which is a pretty big deal. If you purchase it from MatchX themselves, it would take up to about 2 weeks. And Fast Miners IO is a official distributor for MatchX. But that is it for today's video. I wanted to show you how it's performed. I wanted to show you how to set it up, get it connected, unbox the thing, run it for about 5 days. So this is actually a pretty good result for me. I mean, running this thing, earning a revenue of about $17 a day. And it's really because these days right here, it's done so well because back then it was down at 2 cents. Then this is where we got up to that 4 and 5 cents. And so it's going to always go up and down, up and down. But 2168, you can still do the math in today's time. If you're watching this video a few weeks later, you could take this number, times it by whatever it's sitting at right now. Then you also know what we've earned for this time. And again, I never usually sell anything. I don't withdraw anything any type of time that I'm mining because I'm always waiting for all-time highs to even get rid of anything. But MXC is going to be, I think it's a really good project where you want to have as much as possible in the future if this thing was just to skyrocket. But I hope you guys appreciated this video. If you guys did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Subscribe right over here on the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.